Hello there, welcome to my views and news. I am back with another video. Firstly, rumors that Amhara region is going to be placed under military rule. Martial law is going to be imposed in Amhara region. Rumors say. What is the situation in government quarters? Does ENDF want to impose martial law, military rule in the Amhara region, or deliberately rumors are being spread? I have my analysis for you of the situation, though several Amharic news sources are claiming that decision has been made to impose military rule in Amhara. I have my analysis for you. I disagree with these rumors, or they say that sources are confirming. My analysis is that the sources could be misleading them. Secondly, another PP party official's house was attacked today by Fano fighters. Fano fighters are hitting top local, city level, zonal level officials. Sometimes warning shots are fired. Sometimes local city government leaders are being assassinated. Thirdly, a viewer said, Sajid, you're not updating us about what is happening in Sudan. I am following each and every development in Sudan, but due to news stories from Ethiopia, which are more in number, sometimes coverage of Sudan is neglected a little, but I have not missed any major development about Sudanese civil war so far. I have a complete update for you from Darfur. What is happening there? What is happening in Nayala, in Al Fashir? What about central, eastern, and western Darfur zones? Complete picture for you from Darfur. Firstly, viewers, is the Amhara region of Ethiopia going to be put under military rule? What is being claimed by several Amhara news sources, Amharic news sources? So it is being claimed, then we will analyze at the end. It is being claimed that a decision has been made. In Bahirdar, training underway for a few days. 78 high-ranking Ethiopian military officials have been selected to run the affairs of Amhara regional government. Vebao Tadase is going to lead this military rule in the Amhara region. 4 military bases going to be established in 4 different zones of the Amhara region. One in Kamise to administer Wollo, one in Ago Avi zone for Gojam, and for Gondar 2 military bases, one in Chelga and the other is in Armachio. This is being reported by the news sources. They say that some places have been finalized in the capital city of the marine, Bahirdar. The military officials will sit and they'll run the affairs of the state. A regional government will come under military's control. So it will either cease to exist or it will be under military rule. Now, my understanding is that Ethiopian National Defense Force has been trying to prevent and avert direct confrontation with people. Wherever people protested in support of Fano fighters, ENDF withdrew. We've seen several protests against Ethiopian National Defense Force since the announcement of disbandment of Amhara Special Forces. In some cases, there was confrontation between Ethiopian military and protesters. And in several cases, we saw the protesters blocked military convoys. But military mostly showed restraint. It tried not to engage the people. And Fano fighters using Amhara local population against ENDF. ENDF, yes, it has killed some protesters in some incidents, but largely, Ethiopian military showed restraint. Why? Because no military can counter millions of people. Militaries don't fire at masses, because if it happens, it leads to massacres and it leads to uncontrollable situation for militaries. It happens across the world. So that is why military has been trying to use police militias. New militias were raised, police being trained to use them as frontline forces in the war against, in the fight against Fano. It's not war, it's fighting in Amhara. Police and militia members are not working. They're not willing to work, scared. Fano fighters killing them, assassinating them, threatening them. Police demoralized. Militia members demoralized. A few days ago, police and militia members, they refused to attend a training program. They asked clarity. They said, what was the agenda? Why were they being trained? So they are not going to be ENDF's frontline forces. ENDF will have to revisit its strategy. I did a video this morning about ENDF's limitation when it comes to the fight against Fano fighters in the Amhara region. So at this point of time, I don't think that Ethiopian military wants to be in charge. Just 3 to 4 days ago, Amhara regional government offered dialogue to Fano. Response from Fano is awaited. Military ENDF will not take over the region before option of dialogue has been exhausted. Has not been exhausted. Military wants Amhara regional government to talk to Fano fighters. Regional government just started its progress towards start of talks. It is going to nominate people from each zone. Amhara regional council members. The regional council members will be held by religious leaders, and they'll then talk to Fano fighters. That is what was announced by Amhara regional president. This mediation, this effort of dialogue is just starting. At this point of time, ENDF is not going to take charge in the Amhara region. It would like regional government to talk to Fano fighters. If talks collapse, then we could see some decision made by Ethiopian National Defense Force. Then why is that rumors are being spread that led military officers are in Bahirdar and regional government is going to stop working? Well, I think the purpose of this rumor is to put pressure upon Amhara regional government. Regional government should work proactively. It should not take the issue of Fano insurgency lightly. It could be a way of putting pressure upon Fano fighters too. But where there is establishment of military command posts in the Amhara region, do you see any improvement in security situation there, like in Shorobit, in some other parts of the Amhara region? Curfews imposed. Still, we saw attacks by Fano fighters in these towns. And Fano fighters were seen patrolling the streets while curfew was in place in some towns. So, I don't think ENDF would like to be in charge in the Amhara region at this point of time. ENDF is putting pressure upon Amhara regional government. It is putting pressure upon Prosperity Party leaders of the Amhara region, upon police, upon militia members, upon religious leaders to be frontline forces or negotiators. Rumors being spread deliberately to pressurize Amhara regional government. That is my analysis, my understanding, not based on any sources. I don't know what is happening in Baidar or in Amhara region. My analysis is that ENDF won't like to take over the region at this critical time when already ENDF bases, its positions are being attacked by Fano fighters. I think Amhara government will try to talk to Fano fighters, and then Amhara government will request regional government, federal government, and then federal government might resort to military option, but so far too early for the region to come under military rule. Secondly, viewers, another warning shot from the Amhara Fano fighters. Amhara Fano fighters have been assassinating, they have been scaring, they have been frightening, terrorizing Prosperity Party leaders, regional level leaders, police officers. Girman Shitla assassinated, Abdo Hussain, North Shore Zone, Shorobit Zone security chief assassinated, Dajjan chief, police chief assassinated, Debre Birhan, police chief assassinated, and hand grenades thrown at houses of Kobo mayor, Debre Birhan mayor, and several other mayors too. Another bomb attack on the house of a zonal level leader. North Shore Zone administrator is Mikasha El-Majehu. His house was bombed. Hand grenades were thrown inside his house. Unknown people, unknown fighters threw hand grenades at his house. He was not there. He was not at home reportedly. He survived. So warning shots. Most mayors' houses, police officers' houses, they were attacked by Fano fighters through hand grenades. But they had, I think, advanced intelligence that the inmates were not at home. These are warning shots. Why is Fano firing these warning shots? Fano fighters want regional, local governments to flee. They want zone cities to be in a state of lawlessness so that they can impose some order. They can put in place their people in some positions. That is why Fano fighters terrorize regional, local, city level leaders. Thirdly, viewers, an update for you from Darfur, east, west, south, north, central Darfur zones. What is happening in these all 5 zones? Capitals of 3 zones have come under RSF control, we know. Al Janina, West Darfur, under RSF control. Zalinji, Central Darfur, under RSF control. Al Dain, East Darfur, capital, under RSF control. And in Al Dain there was no fighting because CRP surrendered there. Police surrendered CRP. Then Sudanese military surrendered there too. In Al Janina there were deadly clashes, ethnic clashes. In Zilinji too there were clashes. So 3 zonal capitals are under RSF control, and most parts of these 3 zones under RSF control. 2 zones remaining, North Darfur, South Darfur. South Darfur, heavy fighting in Nayala within the last 4 to 5 days. People being displaced. Health infrastructure destroyed. Communications cut off in some cases. Both parties are in Nayala. Sudanese military rapid support forces. 16th division of Sudanese military is based in Nyala. Rapid support forces trying to encircle this base. Fighting erupted. 4-day long fighting, but Sudanese military is still in Nyala. Aid organizations, warehouses attacked in Nyala, in Janina, in Al Ubaiz, Kordofan. So, overall, after capturing East, West and Central Darfur, rapid support forces next target, ongoing target, South Darfur. Why not North Darfur? North Darfur capital Al-Fashir is the place where Mini Minawi is based. Mini Minawi is head of Sudan Liberation Army. He and Juba peace agreement signatories forces, his forces and Juba signatories forces are stationed in Al-Fashir, North Darfur. That is why there is no clash there between Sudanese military and RSF, because Juba signatories, including SLA, are based in Al-Fashir, North Darfur. If RSF managed to capture Nyala, South Darfur, then it might move towards North Darfur. Mini Minawi is the regional head, Darfur region's head, but he is only working to protect his own territory, Al-Fashir, not Darfur. He did not try to save the people of Al-Janina or Nyala or Al-Dain or Zilinji. That is what is happening in Darfur. Gradually, rapid support forces expanding. Abdurrahim Dagalo, elder brother from Hamdan Dagalo, is in Darfur. He visited Chad a few days ago. He was on front lines in Khartoum, but from Khartoum he was sent to Darfur to consolidate RSF gains in the area.